Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. We talked the whole night through. Good morning. Good morning to you and you and you and you. Good morning in the morning. Okay, that's it. Hola, hola, AB and Joe Floditz, Joe Floditz, Joe Floditz. Good morning. Welcome to the coffee break. Can you tell I didn't iron my shirt? Look at that. Woo, so like chicharrón. Anyway, good morning. Blue Witch presents Coffee Break with Laura González. That's me. And today we're doing tarot because it's Monday and it's Labor Day. So to all of us who labor in this planet, may we all have a good Labor Day. And for those who are just having a day off and having a good time, good for you. I am here working for you. So we're going to do tarot today. We have a lot of tarot. So we're going to do the V tarot, right? We're going to bring for the season the Hocus Pocus tarot. Oh, Laura, but it's not Halloween yet. I don't care. I don't care. I do what I want. Hocus Pocus tarot. Then we're going to do the classic Rider-Waite-Smith. And then we're going to do the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot. Because why not? And last but not least, we're going to do the Unbridled Spirit tarot. Specifically September, Anyway, salud. What are you all drinking? I'm having coffee. This is a decaf. Because it's my second cup of the day. Because now I wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning because I teach a class. So I'm not ashamed to tell you that I wake up a quarter to 8 to teach at 8 o'clock. And it's wonderful. I'm teaching ESL college level, ESL, and I love my apprentice. Dear apprentice, if you're watching, I love you. Water, says Joe. Joe Floditz. Water, water. What about you, AB? Are you drinking coffee, tea, water, champagne, a margarita? I don't know. All right, let's see what the Into the Hive, the Bee Tarot, has for us today. I'm a bee. Breathe with me. One more. May the divine let us see what we need to see, and that info be used for the greater good. Coffee and galletas Marias. I don't like the Marias. We have the Two of Jars. The Two of Jars. And let's see, what is the Two of Jars? It's all about love, I think. Love, understanding, companionship. Maybe relationships even. So here they are. These are the guys on the Two of Jars. And the message is right side up. So going at a venture alone will be unproductive. The implication here is that a coupling or joining with others will yield greater and more positive results. On a romantic level, a new relationship has gathered speed and is taking shape and form. So bask in the pleasure and excitement of a new chapter. This is their interpretation, right, Christopher Hughes? Going at a venture alone will be unproductive. The implication here is that a coupling or joining with others will yield greater and more positive results. On a romantic level, a new relationship has gathered speed and is taking shape and form. So bask in the pleasures and excitement of a new chapter. That's what we have on the beat tarot. I swear to you, I prepared my boxes to keep them in order, and they were upside down because these guys go right back into their boxes. Coffee and galletas Marias. I will have coffee with like triquitraques or something more sweet because I have a sweet tooth. Salud. But not always. When it comes to snacks, if you ask me to choose. Hello, Jessica. She says, I am drinking wine at 7 p.m. here. Here, please forgive me if I forget. No. Are you in New Zealand? No. 7 p.m. should be England-ish. That part of the planet. England, Germany. I don't know. Where are you at? I can't remember. I know you're in Europe, I think. I don't know, Jessica, remind me where you are. That is 7 p.m. and you're having wine. Good for you. Salud, what about Café Pan? Obviously. Obviously. Café Pan is my Germany. Guten Abend. Guten Abend to you. And what about Café Pan? Absolutely. Mexican sweet rolls are the best. And if you don't know what we're talking about, get yourself a Mexican friend so you can have a Mexican bread. Because they are the best. Let's see what Hocus Pocus has for us today. Come on. Just one. We have, what is this? The Five of Lightning reverse. So this is the Hocus Pocus Five of Lightning reverse, which is the equivalent of the Five of Swords and is reverse. And that is telling us not to engage in gossip, chismes. Don't believe the hype. Don't allow your mind to be lost into things that aren't true. And I know that over the weekend, a lot of us were hoping and wishing and waiting for that big, beautiful obituary. And they're just telling us here, like, don't engage into that type of mentality. Not because we're not waiting for the obituary, we all are. But I'm talking about gossip, things that aren't truth, the buzzwords, you know, like all the buzzing that we have here in Chicago, that they're gonna come and they're gonna blah 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 blah. So this is telling us not to engage into the hype of gossip, right? Not to engage into the hype of gossip. So whatever gossip is happening around you, I will say one of my favorite sayings, is one of my favorite sayings because I made it up. Facts, not feelings. Facts, not feelings, right? Fact, what are the facts? And to be cool and collected and think about facts and not about our personal feelings. AJ say, I had a concha and coffee the other day. I quite liked it. Yeah, conchas are the best. For real, the buzzwords. I was thinking about that today. The gossip takes our peace away. It does. And I mean, good gossip is like, yeah, please give me some good gossip, you know, for protection, for information, whatever. But when it's just buzzwords that are making us nervous, no. And more than anything, remember that we also tell ourselves a lot of stuff that is not real. So it also applies to, how am I talking to myself? What am I telling myself? What are the things that I'm believing? How am I talking about myself to myself, right? So it applies to all of that. And the main advice was don't engage. Don't engage, don't overthink, don't get into the gossip, you know, all of that. So guys, let me tell you something. The newsletter came out today, and the newsletter tells you the scavenger hunt clue, and you're going to wait until September 24th when I ask the clue, and the first person that types the clue gets 30% off any of my services. Hello, 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 Erica, the property pro and Cannabis Eatery Chicago. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So the scavenger hunt will be on September 24th. You know, if they haven't destroyed Chicago and they haven't disappeared, all of us, I'll be here doing the scavenger hunt. God has blessed us. And there's a lot of events happening on September. So I really invite you to go on bluewitch.org and hit that calendar and actually scroll down, because there's a lot of information that is going to be there in September. Starting with, we have a full moon ceremony with Circle Sanctuary online. We have Lunatic Mondays with Dr. Susan Harper on September 8th. And the 14th, we have our Cihuateteoh, the Colonizing the Goddess classes. Temascaltoci, the Lady of the Temascalis. Let's see what the Rider White. Okay, Rider White wasn't playing. Rider White was like this one. Okay, sir, you got it. And it gave me two. It gave me two cards. Okay, interesting. Because I pulled this one, but then this one jumped. Didn't jump quite, because you know I don't bring jumpers. But this one kind of slide into my DMs. This one slide into my hand. So the first one is telling us to take it easy, to move with consciousness, to understand that we have precious cargo, to be wise, to pay attention of how we move in the world. I was saying to somebody the other day, we cannot live with fear, but we can also not be reckless. And this reminds me of that very much so. You know, keep moving, but be cautious. You have precious cargo. You have a cup of water. Can you imagine how will you move in your horse if your cup is full of water? Right? So it's about being very cautious. It's about measuring your movements. It's about having rhythm. It's about moving, going with the flow, so to speak. The second card, though, is telling us we might feel stuck at times. We might feel stuck at times. Stuck in traffic, stuck not being able to do the things that you normally do, stuck not being able to move fast as you would like to move or as you normally move. And it's also because it's a chariot reverse, so it will be a car reverse, right? So it's telling us to be very, very cautious when we're moving in our cars. That's the only card on the tarot. This is the only card on the tarot that I may or may not take a little bit literally, telling people, hey, check your engine, you know, make sure your tires are good, don't drive recklessly, you know, be very careful when you're on the road. Hello, Lionheart. Oh my goodness, my baby Lionheart. Lionheart, one of my most successful apprentices. When I do private apprenticeships and I have specific topics that a person wants to learn, and my dear, dear, dear Lionheart has the most successful story of the skills that they wanted to learn, and they came and they learned with me, and they have become very, very successful at the thing that we learned together, and for that I'm very proud. You're one of my proudest moments. Salud! Oh. Speaking of apprenticeships, I still have room for private apprenticeships if y'all want to learn with me one-on-one. Unless Lionheart tells you all what we learned together, I'm not going to disclose because it's private. But I can teach people, you know, about divination, or I can teach you about witchcraft, or you can learn tarot, or like one of my students right now, she's learning tarot and divination and indigenous, and she's learning the whole 9 yards. And I also happen to be an ESL tutor, so I do have English as a second language apprentices, and I happen to have one that is learning, who is learning college level English, right, for speech and all that. So it's fun. And yeah, or come and learn from all the classes that are pre-recorded. We have a whole course on Introduction to Tarot. We have a whole course on spell work. And we have the whole year 1 of the Cihuateteoh, the Colonizing the Goddess. We are going into year 2, and you can jump into all of those classes on demand. Let's see what the Nightmare Before Christmas has for us today. Debuting for the season. Oh, we have the Queen of Potions. I just love her. Ah. What's your favorite Tim Burton movie? What is your favorite Tim Burton movie? My favorite, in case you didn't know. Yes, I'm that old. I remember when it came out, we'd never seen something like that, and it's just fantastic. So the Queen of Potions, look at her. She will be the equivalent of the Queen of Cups, right? And she is telling us to get a hold of our emotions, right? She's telling us that we are in charge of our emotions, that we can regulate our own emotions, that we can have emotional intelligence and be smart, especially in times like the ones that we're living. Jessica says Corpse's Bride and Nightmare Before Christmas. Same. I do have a Nightmare Before Christmas here, and the Corpse Bride is hanging right next to him. But I have Jack Skellington all over my house. I just don't have a tattoo of Jack. Maybe I should work on that. So remember, she is a queen. She is a person of power, right? She is the queen, and she knows how to be nurturing and caring and taking care of others, but because she has mastered first how to take care of herself. And this is what we are being advised to pay attention to, is to take care of our own emotions and to take care of ourselves so that we can then take care of others, those around us, right? We need now more than ever to take care of each other and to be in community and to make sure that everybody is okay. Isn't it disgusting that we have to do that right now, that we have to be so intentional about those things? Hello, Rosa Posada. Rosa Posada, for example, has been my student, I think, for at least 3 years. Rosa, did you start it with the tarot class, or did you start it with the spells class? Because the spells class was in 2023. And I think that's when you started. It was on the spells class. The series that we did in 2023. And then she says, I had my Jack Daniels last night. Awesome. Oh, she's watching she catched the rerun, I think. I don't know. Anyway, come and be my student. I promise you it's fun. is different from this. I don't think I'm that different of a teacher, but my apprentices have told me, like, you transform into a completely different person. I don't know. Is that true, Lionheart? You think I'm a completely different person when I'm teaching? I don't know. A lot of you have. Okay, Rosa says yes, the tarot class. So you've been with me for 4 years? And the spell class. So the tarot class, the spells class, and then the goddess class now for 2 years. And Guillermo has a year on you, because Guillermo started a little bit before with the tarot, with private tarot classes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, last card for today. We're going to take one from the Unbridled Spirit Tarot. We meet because of a vegan soup you made, and I order your candles. Oh my goodness! Yes, 4 years ago. And you order the candles. Oh my God, yes. It's been forever. I still do candles, but I just do like privately for, because I do it like it's manually and all of that. Okay, last card for today. Let's do it. Because if I just keep talking with you guys. Okay, we have the Queen of Wands, and she is reversed. Quite interesting. Yes, Guillermo has 1 year more than you. Absolutely. So look at this. This is very interesting because we have the Queen of Wands reverse. And the Queen of Wands reverse is kind of like a Queen of Cups. So it's interesting that we have very similar concepts, delivered to us in 2 different ways. Let's see what the Queen of Wands reverse is telling us, right? If you encounter someone with the spirit of the Queen of Wands reverse, watch out. You're playing with fire, strict and severe. These people are often pushy, deceitful, and selfish and get in their own way. They tend not to manage their power well. Remember, there is a fine line between being overprotective and being oppressive. This might be unintentional, but never assume they don't know what they are doing very well. So again, right? It's about managing our emotions and being cautious and all of that. If you encounter someone with the spirit of the Queen of Wands reverse, watch out. You are playing with fire. Strict and severe, these people are often pushy, deceitful, and selfish and get in their own way. They tend not to manage their power well. Remember, there is a fine line between being overprotective and being oppressive. This might be unintentional, but never assume they don't know what they are doing very well. It is a beautiful card indeed. Yes, yes, it is a beautiful card. I really like it, and it's the one that they use for the cover of the in the box for the cover. This is the one that they use, and it's a Mexican charra. It's a charra. She's doing the escaramuzas. So guys, I wish you all a wonderful, wonderful week. I thank you all for watching. I encourage you to go on bluewitch.org and look at the calendar, because there's a lot going on in September. And one of the very important ones that I want you to sign up right now is the Witch Within Summit, because I'm going to be teaching about Tezcatlipoca and Cihuateteoh, embracing the shadow work of Tezcatlipoca and Cihuateoh. So shadow work with the indigenous perspective. That is a free class, especially for some of you who are so far, far, far away that cannot come to my classes in person or haven't signed up for a class online. You get a little bit of a taste of what my classes are like. And it's going to be on, I'm going to be teaching on September 18th at 8 o'clock Central. Oh, good. Jessica says she's already registered. And Jessica, that should be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, like 3 o'clock your time, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock your time, because it's 8 o'clock Central. And we're going to have so much fun talking about shadow work from the indigenous point of view. It's free. It's free. And there's going to be 4 days of classes. So there's a whole bunch of other witches and wise women and healers that are going to be teaching different things. The Witch Within Summit. Go on my bio and find it, or go on the website on the calendar, bluewitch.org, and you can find it right there. Thank you all for watching, and until we meet again, never forget that you are loved. We're going to keep doing this until they come and destroy Chicago. God has helped us. That's not going to happen. See? Don't follow the chismes. You are loved. You are loved. You are loved. Bye-bye.